Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to THE Student Webinars. Today we are joined by the Education University of Hong Kong. They are here to discuss all things to do with studying abroad, how we can get you there, and also what you will need to apply. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat box below or the Q&A, and we will get to those at the very end of our webinar. So I'm going to actually introduce you to your host today, Zoe, and the wonderful May, and they will be here to discuss everything with you. There you go, Zoe.
Hi, everyone. Everyone from Africa. This is Zoe. I'm from the Education University of Hong Kong. Thank you for coming to our session today. And to start off, I will show you some videos of our students on our campus. And then I will continue with a presentation. And then after my presentation, we will have our student ambassador, Miss May. She'll tell you more about our student life at the university. After her sharing, if you have questions, you can leave them to the Q&A session. If you always wanted to ask a question beforehand, you can use the chat box in your Zoom session and make use of that. So without further ado, I will show you some videos of our campus first. Here we go.
I chose EdUHK because I really wanted to become a teacher.
This university is strong in education.
If I had some issues, they were always going to help me.
It is way above my expectations.
You can really get a lot of resources on all aspects. No matter you want to become professional in academic, or you want to become a teacher, or you want to do some other impact to the society, you can find all your resources here in Edu Hong Kong.
The best thing about this university is that it's located on a mountain top. So the air is really good and the view is nice too.
Study environment is great. The library is very well equipped with many books and also many computers.
A big gymnasium and dancing room. You can also book all the sports facilities and use them.
Hall where I socialize with my friends, is library where I finish my assignment and discuss with my friends about their classes.
Even the structure of university, like architecture and the campus, is really different from what I experienced in the past.
After graduation, I'm planning to work here as a science teacher. I'll try my best to build my career here strong.
Graduation here, I actually plan to do master. I am thinking of a few places. One of the places also at EDU.
If I will choose to go for a professional degree, I would like to stay here and start my career here. I'm working now with my psychology ability that I learned in special education. I'm doing the things I like and making the changes I would like to see right now.
But I really enjoy the classes that are going to have. It is something that can be related to real life, to everyday life.
It specifically builds students who enroll here to become teachers.
My major is global and environmental study, and this program provides me with plenty of opportunities to explore on many societal issues. We have internship and also lectures or activities that can interact with other students from other universities.
In special education, we actually learn about all 8 kinds of special educational need, what kind of things we can do to make their life a little bit better and more colorful and let them develop easier. In psychology, there are some really professional knowledges that have been learned and make me have the adequate academic background for me to get into my job right now.
This university is really good for those people who really want to become teachers, because it's very specific.
Want to learn about education and also want to meet other countries' people.
If you want to become a teacher, do some other impact to the society.
If you are planning to pursue a degree at EdUHK, I believe that this place is very, very good for you because this place really allows you to gain a lot of eye-opening experiences, and also you will receive lots of supports from the university, from your professors, from your teachers, and even from your classmates.
Okay, so you heard from our students. So you're going to hear from me from now on. So I'll share with you my presentation. Just 1 second. So why Hong Kong? Hong Kong is a very multicultural city. Like, we have a fusion of cultures here in Hong Kong. We speak English, we speak Chinese. Both Chinese and English are official languages in Hong Kong. If you only know English, there wouldn't be a problem for you to get around the city. We are located prominently at the doorstep of China, at the very south part of China. From Hong Kong, you can take international flights to cities all around the world. We are also located in an area within the Greater Bay Area of China, which is a very hot topic nowadays, because the development of the Greater Bay Area is actually very prominent within China and the region. We also provide affordable world-class education, and I will show you a graph later on how it compares with the other major destinations for studying at a university in the world. We have a very internationalized curriculum. Our main medium of instruction is English for universities in Hong Kong. So again, you wouldn't have any problem if you only know English when you come to Hong Kong to study. We also have special immigration arrangement for non-local students. This is implemented by the Hong Kong government, and I will speak more on that later. So this is a very typical scene at night in Hong Kong. You can see people shopping or meeting friends or having dinner outside. Hong Kong is dubbed a city that never sleeps, and you can see actually most of the things are bilingual. They are either both in Chinese and English. So it's a very accessible city and a very friendly and inviting city. We are located conveniently within Asia. We can reach all of Asia's key markets within 4 hours, and within 5 hours, we can reach half of the world's population by air travel. We can travel to other major cities within 10 hours, including Amsterdam, Dubai, Frankfurt, and Sydney, and most of them are direct flights to other destinations. We are located in the Greater Bay Area of China. So Hong Kong is actually the connector between China and the world. We have a regional role within China for that. For the GBA, it has a lot of potential in terms of infrastructure, construction, real estate, financial services, and etc. So Hong Kong actually has a goal to attract more capital and more talents internationally. Our world-class education is affordable. So as you can see on this graph, Hong Kong is at the bottom in terms of cost. So the average total cost of studying and living is the lowest among the other destinations. That includes the USA, the UK, and Australia. So the source is from topuniversities.com. And also we are home to world-class universities. 8 of the public funded universities are here in Hong Kong. The Education University of Hong Kong is one of them. And 5 of these 8 publicly funded universities are ranked top 80 in the world. Our curriculum is in line with international standards. We have well-qualified faculty from all over the world, and we have students from diverse backgrounds. For immigration arrangements, for students who study the bachelor, master's, or doctoral degree, once they graduate, they are generally allowed to stay in Hong Kong for 24 months more without any condition. So within the 24 months, if you take up any employment in Hong Kong, you can extend your visa actually on a work visa. So for students who stay here for 7 years or more, they will be eligible for the right to become a Hong Kong permanent citizen. So let's say if a student studies here for 4 years, you need to add up 3 years of work experience, and then that becomes 7 years, and then you'll be eligible for the right to be a permanent resident in Hong Kong. So how about us? Why EDU Hong Kong? Firstly, again, we're a government-funded university. We have more than 160 years of experience in providing service teacher training. We are constantly ranked on a very high ranking on the education table. We are ranked 3rd in Asia and 17th in the world in education in the QS World University Rankings 2022. So this is the league table. On the right, you can see first in Asia in education is Hong Kong U, the University of Hong Kong. Second in Asia is Nanyang Technological University in Singapore. 3rd in Asia and 17th in the world is the Education University of Hong Kong. So we have consistently remained among the top 3 in Asia and the top 20 in the world in education for 8 consecutive years. Our history goes back to 1853, when we had the first formalized program of in-service teacher training. So from 1939 to 1982, there were 5 colleges of education in Hong Kong, respectively. And in 1994, it all combined into one, Hong Kong Institute of Education. And in 2016, we were retitled as the Education University of Hong Kong. We place very big emphasis on research and academics. 34 of our scholars, our professors, lecturers, so on, were named on the Stanford University list of the top 2% of most cited scientists in both year-long and career-long categories. The top scientists come from a wide range of backgrounds. We have identified more actually for research and academics for future development. That includes environmental sustainability, big data analytics, psychology, sports science and coaching, and so on. This is our campus at a glance. So we are located in an area called Tai Po of Hong Kong in the New Territories. At the photo on the top middle, you can see it's a bird's eye view of our whole Tai Po campus. It's situated on a mountain. On a very fine day, if you look out from the student hostels are at the back, actually. You can see a very nice view. In the distance, you can even see the sea view. So it's a very ideal environment for studying and learning, I would say. Other facilities include the swimming pool, the library, soccer pitch, lecture halls, and so on. Currently, we have 3 faculties and 1 graduate school. So today we will talk to you about the undergraduate programs. Our undergraduate program structure consists of 2 types. One is the 5-year education programs. The other one is the 4-year non-education programs. The major difference between the 5 years and the 4 years are for the 5-year education programs, they can lead you to a registered teacher status in Hong Kong upon your graduation. For the 4-year programs, they are non-education. That means they're either Bachelor of Arts, Social Science, or Sciences. So for the 5-year programs, these are the programs on offer this year. We have double degree programs. It consists of a BA, a Bachelor of Arts, and a BEd, Bachelor of Education, respectively in music, in visual arts, and in English. So the double degree programs actually provide some kind of flexibility for students. For example, if they want to study music in depth in theory or music history, they can do a double degree in music, and they also have the flexibility to become a music teacher. So for students who want to study visual arts, it's the same. Like if you want to study visual arts in theory, in depth, but you also want to become a visual arts teacher, you can take the double degree also. The same goes for English language. For the Bachelor of Education degrees underneath, those are single degrees. So it gets very specific. So for example, if you are interested in early childhood education, that means being a kindergarten teacher, you have to indicate this at the time you make your application. So you'll have 2 choices when you make your application. There's a first choice and a second choice. So I would encourage you to put your most desired program in your first choice. Again, students can register as a qualified teacher in Hong Kong upon the completion of the 5-year education programs. For the 4-year programs, there are 3 categories. The first one is a Bachelor of Arts in Music, Visual Arts, Heritage Education and Arts Management, Language Studies in Chinese, Language Studies in English, or Special Education. So the programs here with an asterisk actually require students to have a good command of Chinese. For social sciences, we have a very popular program, Psychology. For Bachelor of Science, we have AI and Educational Technology. I will show you photos later on the AI facilities we have on campus. We also have an integrated environmental management program, which responds to increasing needs of professionals in the environmental and sustainability industry. We also have a sports science and coaching program for students who want to be sports coaches. For the psychology program, I would say it's very popular among our non-local, our international students. For global networks, we have more than 200 partner institutions in more than 30 countries and regions around the world. So it covers basically the very popular destinations. Why is this important to you? Because if you are considering to study here at the Education University of Hong Kong for undergraduate, we actually encourage every student to have their non-local learning experience or an exchange experience for at least 1 semester. And it's supported by a Global Learning Development Enhancement Fund. It gives some stipend to every student when they spend time abroad at some learning activities. So our overseas learning experience is a very important component for student learning at the university. Student exchange program is one of those experiences. We also support students to go on service learning, internship trips, short-term programs, which take place during term breaks, and summer programs, which take place during summer breaks. And also for cultural and language immersion programs, they are designed for students who are studying the BEd, Bachelor of Education program in English or in Chinese. The immersion program actually allows them to go to, for example, if I'm studying the BEd program in English, I will go to either Singapore or the UK to teach there as a teacher in an English environment, teach English to students at those local schools. So actually, it's a program with a lot of practicality. I would say, for the education programs. For students of all programs, we actually encourage them to go overseas. On the graph on the right-hand side, you can see as of the 2021 UGC report of Hong Kong UGC government-funded universities, Edu Hong Kong actually has the highest percentage of UG students with non-local learning experience among the universities here. So these are all the happy faces of students studying abroad. You can see some students having cultural parties, taking cultural costumes, going out or trying something new in a suit. I think that's a parachute suit. Homestays as well. So here are some photos. Actually, I will enlarge them a little bit. Okay. Okay, so the photos on the left hand side on the bottom are actually the STEM classrooms, the AI, VR equipment we have on campus currently. We partnershiped with Microsoft Hong Kong to install some state-of-the-art equipment on our campus for students to support their learning. Other highlights of our UG programs, some programs would offer you to do a capstone project other than a dissertation, so you have some freedom there to decide. Some students usually do a product design teaching package exhibition for the capstone project. It's a requirement actually for your final year. We also offer a general education curriculum that's outside of your own program. So for some programs, you need to take certain credits in general education, and those courses are actually basically offer you more knowledge outside of your own program or outside of the classroom. So some of the courses include living with AI, exploring Hong Kong's rural heritage, and so on. And another highlight is we are offering a minor in teaching and learning in international schools. So it's for education students. For Bachelor of Education students, if they want to have a career in international schools here in Hong Kong or abroad, they have the flexibility to do a minor in this module. So for students who complete the minor, they can actually earn an IB certificate in teaching and learning. There's a website actually about this minor program. So if you're interested, I can send you the link later on. So for graduate prospects, more than 80% of the primary school and kindergarten teachers in Hong Kong are from our university. More than 95% of our B.Ed graduates are employed or pursuing further studies. And as of 2021, our average initial monthly salary of our education graduates are around 31,000 Hong Kong dollars per year, per month, sorry. This is a per month figure. For entrance requirements, to be eligible, you need to fulfill two elements. The first one is a general academic requirements. So for African students, we actually accept these national qualifications. So if you are from Ghana, Liberia, Sierra Leone, or Zimbabwe, we actually accept these qualifications from your country. For other students who are studying international qualifications, you can submit these SAT, AP, ACT, GCE, A-levels, or IB diploma. If you have other qualifications, you can always visit our admissions website for information. The second requirement is the English language requirement. You need to demonstrate your English ability in order to secure your place at the university. So usually students submit a TOEFL or an IELTS score. So a TOEFL score IBT would be minimum of 80. And for IELTS academic, it would be minimum of 6. So if you hold the GCE, A-levels, or IB diploma or SAT, you can submit these results as well. If you have other English qualifications, you can visit this website to see if you're eligible. For expenses, tuition is around 140,000 Hong Kong dollars per year. Adding up the accommodation and living expenses, the total expenses is around 204,000 Hong Kong dollars per year. So the currency in USD is put here on the right-hand side. It's around USD 26,000 per year, the total expenses. So for scholarship opportunities, we have a very generous entrance scholarship scheme for students, especially international students. Our full scholarship includes full tuition fees, on-campus accommodation fees, and gives the student a living allowance. It can amount up to 185 Hong Kong dollars per year. We also have tuition scholarship that includes the full tuition fees, and a half tuition scholarship that includes half of the tuition fees. These entrance scholarships are renewable. So if you get a GPA of 3.0, that's a general principle, you'll be eligible to extend your scholarship for another year. So we have some students getting scholarships for the whole course of their studies for 5 years or 4 years. Our application started for the September 2023 intake. Our application actually started in September 2022. So our interview started in January. So actually we are in the middle of our interviews right now. If you want to apply to us, I encourage you to do so quickly. And we will have our orientation in mid-August in 2023, and we'll start our semester 1 in September 2023. Procedures. Visit our online application system, fill in your personal particulars, and most importantly, remember to upload your supporting documents. Even if you don't have your supporting documents at the time you make your application, please upload them later, because if we don't have your supporting documents, that means your transcript, your certificate, your English language proficiency proof, we cannot process your application, because in order to get you to an interview, you need to pass our requirements, and your supporting documents would tell us if you pass our requirements or not. If you have everything in order, you've uploaded your documents, you have all your information filled in, we will arrange an interview for you if you are eligible for that. For today's students who are attending this webinar, we are actually offering you an application fee waiver. So if you get to the payment page, you can just put the code here on the right-hand side, right-hand bottom, GAO_BMI_ today's date, 20230314, to skip the application fee payment process. You're not required to pay this application fee, but you're required to pay it later when you accept an offer and decide to register with the university. It's around Hong Kong dollars 300. So for interview, I think you guys are very familiar with the process. Prepare for that. Attend punctually. It's good to attend 5 to 10 minutes earlier in order for preparation. Practice with your classmates or your teachers. Don't be nervous. And actually, after the interview, if you get one, wait for the results. We will notify our applicants by email the result after the interview. So for inquiries, you can actually reach me at the Global Affairs Office. Again, my name is Zoe. You can actually reach out other staff which are on duty every day. We have very young and energetic team here to answer your inquiries. You can email us anytime and we'll reply within 48 hours, or within the 9 to 5 office hours in Hong Kong, you can always call us. So this is the end of my sharing, and I will hand the time over to our student ambassador, May, and she'll tell you more about the student life at the university. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoe. So I will start sharing my screen. So hope you can see my screen now, right? Okay, so everyone, I am May and I will start my sharing. Even though this is a short sharing session, I have divided my sharing into two parts, which is like life in Hong Kong. I will talk about on campus and as well as off campus. So before it, let me give you a brief introduction about me. So my full name is Nopuen Ume, and my country of origin is Myanmar. And currently I'm a year 3 student, majoring in global and environmental studies. And I'm also preparing to claim my minor in urban sustainability. And I'm a full scholarship recipient. Firstly, if I have to talk about on campus, maybe you may wondering where can we live on school campus? The answer is yes. So there's 4 types of students hall available for all the students. So these are the pictures that you can see. Because in Hong Kong, the accommodations fees are very expensive, so that as a non-local student, that's a plus for us that we can apply to stay on the campus. So move on with the campus facilities. So on our campus, we have library, you may probably already see it. And of course, we have the health center and we have canteens, cafe, and poster service, which is my favorite because sometimes you may miss home, so that you don't need to go out and get your post thing, but you have a poster service which is available on campus. And you also have IT help center, so that sometimes you may have your problem with your computer, your phone, everything you can get help from our school IT help centers. And we also have a lot of sports facilities and of course transportation, which is school shuttle bus, which is available Saturday, Monday to Saturday. And of course, we have a security that's like patrolling 24 hours on our school campus. And these are what I like about EdUHK. So our EdUHK is friendly environment with no discriminations, like according to my experience so far. And of course, we have good weather and fresh air. You may probably see it's mentioned in the videos that our school is located on the top of the mountain. So that's a plus for us that we receiving some good weather as well as the fresh air. And different part-time jobs are available as well, because as a non-local student in Hong Kong, you are not eligible to work outside the campus. But our school is kind enough that they provide a part-time job so that we can study while working, so that we can get our extra pocket money. But there is a limit because we cannot work more than 17 hours a week. And this is a plus, which is we have very supportive teachers and staff. Our teachers are very responsive. Whenever you have questions, they will respond to you very quickly. And our school also provide a lots and lots of opportunities, such as exchange and overseas study tours. For the exchange, we have a lot of partnership university in different countries, such as we have a partnership university in Switzerland, Germany, and so on. And overseas study tours are really depends on your study subjects. Let's say for my major, they will provide you a study tours to Korea, and for other major, maybe to other country. And internship opportunities, this is one of the mandatory requirements upon your graduation, so that each of the student will at least get one internship experiences upon graduation. This is about off-campus. And for the Hong Kong, the transportation is very convenient, because if you remember what I said before, our school is located on a bit on top of the mountain, but still our transportations are available like 24/7. And Hong Kong is relatively very safe compared to other countries that I would say. And of course, English speaking environment, so that even though you don't speak any Chinese, that's very okay for you. You just like, Hong Kong is very convenient. And of course, multicultural and very resourceful. You can get access to everything in Hong Kong. And you can also, if you are a very outgoing person, we have lots of different activities such as hiking, very popular, and cycling, etc. So these are some of the tourist attractions in Hong Kong that I put the picture so that you can see. And for the important advice, in short, budgeting. Yeah, you may or may not know, but Hong Kong is very expensive city, I would say, so that you will be wise in budgeting your money. And of course, time management is also important, because as a student, you may want to work your like part-time job, but on the other hand, you may also need to catch up with your study. So these are the two advice that I want to give you today. And I think that's it for my sharing part.
Hi guys, thank you so much for your presentation. That was brilliant. And we do have a few questions in the chat. So if you don't mind, I will go ahead and ask some of those. Okay, so I think you touched on this just now, but how is the cost of living there, and can I work alongside my degree? I think May, you just said that there was opportunities.
Yes, so if I have to take your questions, yes, accommodation is available. Of course, if you are a full scholarship recipient, of course, you don't need to pay for your accommodations. And as a student studying in Hong Kong, you can choose to stay either on campus or outside campus. But if you are just a normal student like me, I would suggest you to have an accommodations on campus, because it's relatively very cheap compared to if you rent your apartment outside campus. And upon graduation, yes, as Joey mentioned, because each of the students, we are available to extend our visa to stay in Hong Kong for 2 years. So during that 2 years, you may find your job. But when you are a student with your student visa, you are not eligible to work outside campus or anywhere. But on the campus, you will be able to work, but it's limited though. It's like 17 hours a week. You can work more than that.
Yeah, just a little bit to say more about to May's part. The reason why you cannot work outside campus is because you're on a student visa. So the type of your visa limits your work experience here actually. Because you're on student visa, it actually doesn't allow you to work outside of the campus, but actually you can work on campus as a student helper for various departments on campus. And also for the accommodation, like for student halls, normally the first year is guaranteed to non-local students. From the second year of your study on, it depends on a point system. So you need to earn your points to secure your place at the student accommodation. So usually students will take part in activities, cultural activities, sports activities, or they even become leaders, like they organize activities in their student halls in order to earn the points within the point system, and that would pretty much enlarge their chance to secure another year of accommodation on the school campus.
Amazing. And there is another question about internships. Will there be an opportunity to do an internship?
There are a lot of opportunities for internships. Different programs offer different types of internships. I think I can ask May to speak about her internship arrangements in a moment, but I think there are more abundant opportunities for students who want to do internships because you get a lot of support from the university. We have the adequate resources to take care of every student who wants to pursue their opportunity for internship or for exchange, for studying some time abroad from the university. So yeah, May, can you share a little bit about your internship?
Okay, so for the internship, like if you are a very hardworking student and willing to have your internship, it is possible for you to have an internship even if you are a first-year student. But for me, starting from my year 2, because I'm year 3 now, when I was year 2 students, I joined an internship program. It was arranged by SPFEO office in our university. And of course, there are so many department in our university that also offering an internship. So if I have to say, is it possible? Yes, internship opportunities are plenty. Like you just have to apply for it and get it. And upon graduations, you really need to have at least one internship in your year 3. So upcoming summer, I will be having my second internship, which will be also in Hong Kong. But our university does not limit our internship opportunity only in Hong Kong. They also have other program that you can have an internship in other country. And of course, they are partner with our university, such as like Ireland and Germany.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And maybe, I don't know if May can answer this. How can I decide on my course and what advice would you give to apply?
Okay, for the course, how do you decide? I would recommend you to browse our school website so that there you can get a general views for all the program, and like you can choose the one that really match to your interest. And for the advice, I would say just choose the one that will really fit your interest, because at least 4-year study, it's like if you are not really into that major, like you're just wasting time. So like make sure you browse our website and try to go through each of the program in general, at least, so that you get a sense of it.
Some advice from me for applying, because our application deadline falls in May 31st. Yes, May 31st this year. But I encourage you to apply early because we are assessing applications on a rolling basis. So if you want to apply, please do it as soon as possible. So the earlier you apply, the earlier you will get an offer if you are successful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Could you possibly add your link into the chat of the university so that people can maybe have a look at the courses that you offer, and on the website? And that's also another question.
Sure. Just 1 second.
No problem. And May, are the classes in person or online or hybrid?
So if I had to take this question, for now, Hong Kong is like good news. We are returning back to normal. We are on campus every day, studying face to face, and we are saying bye to Zoom. And like also our campus is becoming a mask-free zone now. So like you can see the face now. Yeah, face-to-face class.
Amazing, thank you. And I think you've touched on this already about accommodation advice, so we're gonna skip that question. Is Duolingo accepted for the English test scores?
Not at the moment. We know
Okay.
that some universities are accepting Duolingo, but we are accepting the traditional tests like TOEFL, IELTS, SAT, and so on.
And could you let us know the scores that you would need?
Yeah, for TOEFL IBT, it's 80 minimum. For SAT reading and writing, it's minimum of 590. It's the English requirement. And for IELTS academic, it's a minimum of 6. Yeah,
Okay,
so
perfect.
we also accept GCE A levels and IB diploma. We have different standards for the different English subjects because, for example, for IB diploma, there are different levels of English that a student can take. So I think you need to check our website for the details of that one.
Of course. And I think the last question that we have is there any visa requirements and can I stay there to work after my studies and for how long?
The visa requirements. Okay. What do you mean by visa requirement? Or
I'm assuming the visa process. Is there any visas needed to enter Hong Kong
oh,
from
okay.
Africa?
So for students who study in Hong Kong, they need to be all on a student visa. So to apply for your student visa, of course, you need to have an offer from the university that you're going to. You need to submit your offer letter together with your application. For us, the Education University of Hong Kong, we have a Global Affairs Office. That's the same office where I come from. We have a team which would assist you with your visa applications. So if you happen to receive an offer from the university, our staff will be assisting you to apply your visa. So no worries on that, I think. Sorry, what was the second question?
Can I stay in Hong Kong after my studies and how long to work for?
Okay. Yeah. So there was the immigration arrangement from the Hong Kong government. I told you on my presentation. For students who stay in Hong Kong and study the bachelor, a master, or a doctoral degree, upon their graduation, they can stay in Hong Kong for 24 more months without any condition. So within these 24 months, if you find employment, you can extend your stay also on a work visa. If you stay in Hong Kong for 7 years, you'll be eligible for becoming a Hong Kong permanent resident. Let's say if you study here at the Education University of Hong Kong for 5 years with the education degree in undergraduate. So you have been staying here for 5 years already. And then you just need to add 2 more years of stay in Hong Kong in order to get the permanent resident status. For students who study the 4-year programs, they need to add on 3 years. So if you stay in Hong Kong for 7 years, that will give you the right to become a permanent resident here. Yeah.
Okay, amazing. That was the end of our Q&A session. Thank you guys for your information and for all of the advice to students. For those of you watching on the recording, this will be sent to you tomorrow in the earliest convenience. And those of you that are watching on YouTube, I will put in the link below for you to send an application or question in to us. All right, thank you everybody. Have a great evening or day wherever you are, and we hope that you have a brilliant time applying. Any questions, please let us know. Bye-bye.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.